Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Hello everybody, this is the start of the podcast, but it's the end of the podcast. We've just finished the walk, but I just want to say I'm going to leave as much of it in as I can. So you're going to hear a lot of, we bumped into people, you bumped into somebody you knew. We did the full walk, 3 kilometre walk, so it might be a bit rough and ready in places.
It was windy, windy as well.
There's going to be photo accompaniment with this. If you look on my Instagram, there's going to be one post that's got a bunch of pictures on of our first walk to freedom.
Okay.
Was that the Nelson Mandela biopic? Walk to freedom. So we'll take a selfie and we'll get that up. And enjoy the podcast.
These marriages are not perfect, but all in all, they seem to work. Marriage is an institution for grown-ups.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
There are no bosses in a modern marriage. He knows he's lucky to have a wife.
Hello everybody, it's episode 30 of How Still Husband and Wife Sentenced to Life, and you just heard that weren't special effects, that was us actually going outside for the first time. We've left.
The walking on the gravel's like, you know, when you have them sound effect rooms for like TV and film.
Yeah, oh definitely,
and somebody stood there in that little...
A Foley artist they're called, Foley.
Yes.
We're talking now, we were having to whisper before because everybody's still asleep. We're walking down Calshot Road through the woods towards, there's no path, we're right on road, that's why car sounds are close. Anyway.
It's always quiet.
Today is Freedom Day, as you'll see from the title of this podcast and everything I post today. Unfortunately, we don't get a hire car until tomorrow.
Well, yeah, that was us hoping.
We didn't think we were going to get out today. We didn't think we'd get the results until...
Late tonight, yeah.
What, 10 o'clock tonight?
Yeah. We got them back within less than 24 hours. Really, really good service.
No, less than 12 hours.
Sorry, yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, less than 12 hours.
Just under 12 hours. Bus is here. Now, I asked you the other day...
Yeah.
This is the number 9, Hythe and Calshot.
Well...
Via Holbury and Foley. And I said to you, oh, look, the bus, is that the bus you used to catch? Thinking, like, is that the one you went to town on with your mates and
stuff?
Well,
I didn't get the bus very often, if I'm honest, because it's so remote down here. There was only about one bus a day.
Yeah, I bet there is.
I mean, I think it's probably changed now. And... this time of the year, summertime, they probably increase it, but...
Well, it's quite popular down here, isn't it? We're just walking past Calshot Cemetery, which is, I'm going to say a brand new cemetery. It's only been here a couple of years.
Well, there was never a cemetery here when I was growing up.
And it's very pretty. Conker tree right outside it, horse chestnut tree. And there's only a couple of graves in it. But it looks so peaceful in there. I kind of thought to myself, I won't mind anything up there. I do like it.
Sorry. I've only just got up.
Yeah, we have literally just rolled out of bed. We're going to run through what happened yesterday for day 5, but also we're going to talk about things we're seeing. This is where Lorra grew up. First of all, the weather yesterday, above 30 degrees. Absolutely stunning day.
The woods we're going to pass now, by the way, are where I had plenty of snogs.
And that's how you introduce these woods to our kids, isn't it?
It
when
is.
We've been down here in past.
Yes.
Oh, this is woods I used to have plenty of snogs in.
Yeah.
And now you've tried to backpedal because you're trying to be like sensible middle-aged mum. Well, no, it wasn't actually like that.
It wasn't like that.
Guy,
it wasn't.
And I was only 11.
It was probably. No, don't say that.
That's what you said.
It was only one guy, and
so now it's special. Like before, it just felt like you were doing kiss chasing there or something.
No.
Now you're making out like it were a proper special romance.
Well, what I'm saying is, it wasn't loads of guys. It was not like that was my little place and loads of guys came in. Just saying.
Did you set up shop?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're making it sound like. I just had like a little sneaky snog in there.
I'm going to take a quick picture of Lorra at Snogging Woods. Now, if you go onto my Instagram today, what I'm going to do for today's podcast is I'm going to put 10 photos of this walk on. I should have got one at the cemetery, really, shouldn't I?
I can't believe you're taking a picture of me right now. Anyway.
All right, so now we've just got down to I don't know what you call this, but I call it the triangle. There's a one-way system as you approach Calshot Beach. So you turn left to head down towards the beach, and then you come back around to backing up through the woods and back up Calshot Road. It's a little one-way system. Works very well. I might have to put a little map of this on as one of the pictures. I love it.
Yes.
It does sound quite busy with cars. I weren't expecting this.
Yeah.
PCR test yesterday.
Yep. So, yeah, you can. Your TTR, that is optional. I believe most people go for it, but then there's that risk of, but if I get it done and I don't get my results till day 8,
you've wasted your money.
Is there any point? Yeah. So we got to go out for a little drive. Your
mum drove us, Gayle. Very sensible driver, by the way. I want to put that on record because your dad does know but slag her off for driving. And I'll say there's one thing about your mum. Sorry, I'm a bit breathless. One thing about your mum is she's like Forrest Gump with needing to know postcodes everywhere you're going. And she has them all on a little sheet that then she puts into the gizmo. I'm going to put them into the gizmo.
Into the sat-nav.
Right.
Whoa.
We're hitting a bit of breeze, sea breeze.
We're
just heading up to the corner.
About 30 seconds away from the sea.
Now when you turn this corner, or slightly elevated, I'll take a picture of this, and you suddenly have this view towards Portsmouth. Really, it's the sea, and it's the Solent estuary, and you're just above. Trees are rustling. I hope this is not too windy. We've got the windsocks on. You're just above shed height. Look, you can see Portsmouth in distance. You can see the Spinnaker, which looks like the Burj Al Arab, of course, where we live.
The tide is out?
The tide's way out.
Wow, look. First time
I've got to tell you,
wow.
Beautiful morning.
I can see it from my mum's garden.
Yeah. The sun is just up. I reckon it's been up 20 minutes. Isle of Wight. No sea mist today. You can see cows as clear as you like. Just taking photograph number 2, which is the view as you round the corner and you get to see the sea for the first time. I don't know, you have to zoom in to see Portsmouth in distance. Laura's taking pictures at Isle of Wight now.
It's my favourite place in the world, isn't
Beautiful.
it?
Beautiful. We're just approaching the Bluebird Cafe, which is
the
basically
one
a shed.
I talked about the other day.
You've talked about it being your favourite place around here. It used to be called...
I don't know, I need to find out, but I know I used to call it Rainey's Cafe.
Well, that's all we need to know, Rainey's. And it's never been open. It's never, I think in all the years I've been coming here with you,
yeah,
as your significant other, it's been open once. We've been in it once.
Well, it's funny because it was always open when I was a kid.
So now we're walking around what's called, I think it's called Jack Maynard Road.
The smells
Smells
like the seaside.
And there is a line of what? I think it's 200 to 300 beach huts, all brightly coloured, all cost an arm and a leg.
I can't believe how much beach huts cost.
It's a shale beach, a pebble beach. Can we just cut between a hut down here and just to get a bit of that sound? We'll just do a little bit on there. But we're walking down there now, so the view's not going to change. On the right hand side we've got the sea and the beach huts. On the left it's marshland, heading back up towards your parents' house and Forley Power Station. So yeah, we went out yesterday, your mum drove us there, it was beautiful to be out. She took us the scenic route.
Yeah.
Which is through, is it Bewley Road it's called?
Yeah, I think sort of the Bewley Road, Lindesty Way.
And we weren't doing it on a blag, there's major traffic down here, as we've been told several times. And I love that area. I always get really excited to see it. You get to see the wild ponies, the New Forest ponies. Now we're walking onto the beach.
A few donkeys.
Donkeys.
As Betsy says, the 5-legged donkeys. Work that one out.
The tide is right out, isn't it? Right, we're not going to walk on this for long because I don't know how bad it'll be.
It's going to be so loud.
It's nice to hear it. You can hear where we are. Right, come on in. Let's cut back through.
Going through number 4 and number 5 beach hut.
Yeah, 2 sheds. And then as we're driving along, your mum starts with the Chris Packham chat.
Yeah.
He's a big celebrity anyway.
I think we need almost a fake Chris Packham bell. Ding.
Yeah. But he's always front and centre of a lot of our conversations because
We love him.
We love him.
Yep.
But down here, he's a local celeb.
Well, he is local, but you know, I've been told that down here he's not as popular in that he's obviously anti-hunting, as are we. So obviously, because we're in the forest, there's a lot of people that do hunting, and for that reason, I think some people disagree with his views. But hey.
But we don't see much. Anyway, we were in the car, and she starts talking about him. Then she's like, "We're going to his house." Not obviously we're isolating, so we weren't going to knock on door. And I'm not going to say where it was.
No.
In the middle of a very picturesque area, he's apparently bought a new house for a couple of million.
Yeah.
And your mum just pulls up on drive, stops car. This is it. And I'm like, that thing where you shuffle your bum trying to make something move forward, like when you move your seat in the living room.
I was quite excited to see it.
Oh God, I was right excited to see it, but I was also thinking of him looking out the window, him going, "Oh, it's that bloody woman. It's that bloody woman. I see her everywhere."
Do you think she stalks him?
And then she goes, "Yeah, I've got his address, phone number, email, and I've had a look around his house." And I'm like, good God. And so what she's done is, when the house was on the market, she'd done the virtual reality tour. I mean, it's a bit worrying. He's a veggie, isn't he, Chris Packham?
Yeah.
So your mum couldn't be a bunny boiler. She'd have to be a corn boiler.
A corn boiler.
Yeah. Anyway, we go off to have the PCR test. We went to have them at Eastleigh, at the football ground there.
Yeah.
We were the first people there. We had 10 o'clock appointments, and we got there a little while before. When we got first car, it's pretty much a couple of garden sheds and a gazebo,
yeah,
that a car can drive under. They were the nicest people. They were so nice to us, and it was so well done. I mean, one thing I'll say about Britain, we were pulling into this place, and it took about 5 people to guide us in, like guiding an aeroplane.
No, because they all have to be separate. Again, because you remember when we were talking about the Heathrow one, and I was saying, even though we were family, every time they had to change their whole outfit.
Yeah.
Or their whole
PPE
outfit. So that's why each person had to have somebody different, so that then they don't have to get changed each time.
Yeah, so they guide us in, windows down, still got his masks on, of course.
Oh yes, I just remember what happened.
And you just show them your passports, and you've got a QR code on your phone, and we all got a test. The gentlest PCR test I have had today, and it was both sides at throat and a nostril, and it was like being in a spa compared to others for me.
You got a young cool dude?
Yeah, and he said to me, "Don't worry, I'm the gentlest swabber."
He said, "I'm the best." Yeah.
I mean, I'm never going to have a relationship with a guy, it's not my thing, but if I were going to, and I never even looked at his face, but the way he treated me.
Are you saying you like it gentle now?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's news to me.
Well, I'll tell you when I like it gentle, when you're sticking it right in a couple of my orifices, like he did. I barely felt a thing.
That's what she said.
I thought, hats off to Betsy Pearl, because I know she's a little worrier sometimes.
She had a little old lady do hers, and so she was
great.
She was all nan with her.
Anyway, we all had them, but they did them one at a time. They did Leo, Betsy Pearl, and then it came to you.
Yeah.
Now I'm sat in the front left seat, the passenger seat.
Yeah,
I've got the passport.
Called shotgun.
So I show her your passport.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, Lorra," and you've got your name spelled funny, Lorra.
Yeah.
Lorra. That's a funny name.
She didn't say that's a funny name. She said that's an unusual name.
That's a name.
I think only I realised what was going on. She looked over at my mum.
Well, I didn't see this. So anyway, what she does is she does your scanning.
Yeah.
And then she goes and tells somebody to come and do your swabbing. As I said, there's different people for every jobs at these places.
But she's done the identification, so the next person has to come in to the person that she's told them to.
So, you're sat behind me on left-hand side of the car. There's a tap on driver's window where your mum, Gaylay, is sat. It's windy now. I hope it's not too bad on mics, because we've past the huts now. There's a big gap in the huts where there's a car park.
Yeah.
A few people down here in the vans and campers, and we're kind of
Oh, it is windy.
a little bit open to elements. It's not cold though, is it? What's
it's
that
not
ferry
bad.
called? The smaller one?
The red funnel.
Not the. There's two sizes.
White link.
I think the White Link ferry's just heading out to Cows. We're not going to go down as far as the activity centre in Cowshot Castle. What we do is turn left and walk back along the Solent towards the power station. We're passing a little lake, a little pond where we've been crabbing with the kids in the past. It's a good crabbing spot.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to sneeze, sorry. The sun's in my eyes.
Oh, I didn't get a picture.
Excuse me.
I needed to get a picture of the shed's front beach. I'm just going to walk up this way.
Sorry.
Come up here with me. I'm just walking to the beach because I forgot to get a picture of the colourful sheds. You might not be able to see it too good. Oh, there's a guy walking. He's about 100 feet out on the wet sand. It's amazing. Look at them down there with dogs. Right.
Are you done?
Yeah. Oh, I can smell we've just walked past somebody's motorhome and they've got their breakfast on. Oh, I could smell like fried tomatoes and stuff there. Back to the PCR story. There's a knock on the driver's window.
Yeah.
Your mum's got a window up.
She's like, no, not me, not me. Go on, how does she say it? No, is that you?
Something like that. And then there's a kerfuffle, there's some confusion.
So then the woman has to come back.
The woman comes back around my side of the car where I've got my window down for business. And she's going, is your wife, Lorra?
You said to me, your wife?
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, she's sat behind me.
That's not my wife, it's my bloody mother-in-law.
And then she looks at me, and I obviously have to take my mask down to prove who I am. Well, you look too young to be his wife.
We get this everywhere. You're always skinny. I'm not saying it does me nothing because, you know, you're my wife. It's great that you're beautiful. It's great that you're old but look young. It's just a little Staffordshire Bull Terrier coming towards us.
Thought I was one of your kids, didn't she?
I think it's a Frenchie. So we've turned left now. We're walking along and back up towards the Solent estuary. Morning.
Great dogs.
We've got one of these at home.
Lovely. Yeah, is he the same? Lots of people that hate dogs.
He is exactly like that.
Yeah, I've just taken that blanket waiting for them off the field.
Yeah, he's a little sod.
Just to curb it, but
And do you know what? He won't go near a cat.
no.
No.
Oh no, he saw a cat yesterday. He won't get it, but
Cats come into our house.
You?
Yeah. Laura.
Laura.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It took me a while to register you.
It did me too. Yeah, I can't recognise that face. But yeah, he said, "What are you doing over here? Just staying with your mum."
Yeah, we're taking Leo to uni, so yeah.
So this is the first day of post-out. We've had to isolate.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we've been allowed out. So we had the test yesterday, getting a bit of
Freedom.
early morning.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I know. I feel like I've been in lockdown in Cowshot.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
So we've left him back in Dubai with a friend of ours, Charlie. See you later.
See you later, and you.
So we're in the middle of telling a story about how a woman starts going on about how good you look. We bump into a random woman walking a Frenchie. She tells you how good you look. Honestly.
I missed that.
What about me? This is best I've looked in ages.
Well, she was giving you the look up and down, wasn't she?
You we're doing a lot of side talk here. But you did tell me in the bedroom last night as I stripped off that what? I was getting some muscles.
Getting you starting to look toned.
Hardly.
Yeah. No, you're looking great.
Anyway, there was this kerfuffle at the test place and the upshot was they thought Gailey, my mother-in-law, was my wife and you were one of the children in the back.
Yeah.
The range of our children, if that were me and your mum's kids, ranging from 9 to 41 and
yes,
3
but
quarters.
The point is I didn't look 41.
No.
And then she tries to backtrack. Oh, well, I didn't have my glasses on. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'll take it.
So we get swabbed, we drive home. Your mum says, I'm going to take you a scenic route. Lovely. Get to see a bit of countryside, nice for kids, nice for us.
Yeah.
And before we know it, we're parked up outside Chris Packham's house again. Double Chris Packham.
Yeah, it's from the other side.
Yeah. So you get, because she's like, well, you couldn't really see it the other way. I'm going to take you the other way so you can see it a bit better. That's his house, that's his garden. I've been in there. And,
I missed this bit about that she's been in there, but yeah, go on.
Well, I think she did it with a VR helmet on, like proper internet stalkers do. That was that. We came home. As we got home, my third Amazon delivery had arrived, which was more vinyl, Van Morrison's Astral Weeks, which I think you'll say is a classic album.
Oh yeah, that one counts.
But it's one that we might see in a charity shop.
You, at the minute, I don't know if it's because we've got time on our hands, or if it's because you're bored. No, you do. You're.
Yeah, because you can get things.
You're like my dad. There's always an Amazon package
I'm really
arriving.
trying to restrain myself because I've seen a lot of stuff that I want and I'm not buying. Right? I'm trying to be sensible.
Well, considering I'm meant to be trying to save money.
But this trip for me has been a lot of heartache and a lot of wallet ache, and yes, we're trying to save money, but I want something out of this.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But
so I'm going to get myself a few treats.
I keep seeing what do you think of this pair of trainers? What do you think?
Well, that's because right now I've got North Face proper middle class hiking boots on, shoes. And they do rub my sensitive feet a little bit, so that's why I'm looking at trainers.
Your little baby feet.
We're proper waffling. We're halfway to the power station now. So Chris Packham stopped, we come home, I've got my record from Amazon. There's another Amazon package your dad's ordered, Dennis. 4 water pistols.
Yes.
Well, thus started the tri-generation water fighting garden.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean I wasn't involved because it's not my kind of thing.
You wouldn't want to get your little
sensitive skin wet. You never know what the sun and the water would do to me.
Exactly that.
So Betsy Pearl, you, eventually Leo, and your mum ran around the garden. And you were soaked because this was just before we recorded yesterday's podcast.
Well, yeah, it was a game following Betsy's rules. She put like a.
She's been stung before. She knows she has to do rules.
She put an extra element into it where you had to retrieve the toy from the other team's base.
Yeah,
and
good.
Then,
hey, I like that. Capture the flag.
Yeah. So it was that, and then it was me and Leo versus Nanny and Betsy. Betsy chose the teams. She reckons they won 2-1, but
yeah,
who knows? But yeah, you could see my knickers.
Well, I did put a thing on Instagram yesterday on the stories. You were drenched, and that was it. Leo made his halloumi and hummus dish.
Yeah.
For the family, which was nice. He was back on form after the.
I think Nanny and Grandad were a bit like
pensive.
Well, what's this?
Yeah. But I think it was enjoyed.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of food that you don't get.
Nice summery food for a summery day.
But yeah, it was lovely.
Then the PCR results came back, and all negative. Always nervous opening them emails, by the way.
And you do it so slowly, you do.
I do it like the lottery numbers.
Yeah, but it's a nightmare. I'm just going to say we're just walking as we're walking through this muddy, sludgy path.
Yeah.
We're walking towards the chimney that we've been talking about.
Let's get a picture. Shall we do a selfie? All right, on this one you'll be able to see our long shadows, the power station, and right on the right you'll see the Solent. So yeah, we're heading towards the power station.
Which is where we've mentioned that both Star Wars and Mission Impossible
been filmed in the last decade or so.
If you look at the photo that you've just taken, it's the little round building.
Well, I'll take another one closer. You won't see it on that one, yeah.
But it looks like a spaceship.
It does.
So it looks perfect definitely for Star Wars anyway.
So I'm not 100%, but I think they are knocking it all down. The chimney's coming down in the next month or so. But it's going to be turned into a marina and trendy flats. Which is weird because it's going to be really pretty, I imagine, as marinas tend to be. And this is a hulking great power station that you would say is quite an ugly landmark, but it's home.
Yeah, it's iconic, isn't it? And
yeah, and the chimney, as we've said previously, as we drive down, whether this was coming from Scotland or Sheffield or times we've driven from Heathrow and Gatwick, this is the final corner on a marathon.
Yeah.
When you know you're nearly home. like I've run a marathon. You see this chimney and you're like,
We're almost there.
5 minutes time we'll be having a cup of tea, dogs will be going mad.
So this part here we're walking past now, I've had many a forest wee.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just at the power station. We're going to turn left and we're going to walk back up. It's a small wood, a copse, is that a word? We're going to walk past a lot of fruit bushes. There are sloe berries which are used for gin, yeah, sloe gin.
Yeah, there's blackberries.
It's very pretty.
I tell you what else you see around here is loads of rabbits.
Yeah, there's normally loads, isn't there? I wonder if it's the construction that scared them off.
Maybe.
But I like this bit because this is a bit more, I love the beach, but this is a bit more nature, isn't it?
Yeah. I wanted to discuss the forest wee. Like,
yeah.
Is it something you did or do?
I have done, look, in my time I've done both outdoor ventures. Now, obviously a number 2 is not very nice to do outdoors, but there are times it has to be done.
Oh really? No, I've never done that. I've never done a number 2. And there's something quite satisfying about doing a wee in the outdoors.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's allowed. In some places I think in France, men are allowed to pee on the back of cars, and I'm sure they are.
Bloody French and their rules.
But you know, it seems to be a thing you can do in the forest in the UK.
You know, when you're around forest people,
Yeah.
it's not laws, is it? It's the rules. It's the rules of the forest. You need to go, you need to go. I think if you're doing the other business, you definitely need to be digging a hole.
Getting your doggy bag.
Oh, yeah, if you can manage that. Anyway, let's move on, because it's disgusting. But yeah, you don't mind an outdoor wee, which is nice. Earthy.
Yeah.
So now as we approach the power station, it's a beautiful clear day today, no mist. We're looking up towards Southampton on right. You can see across to Hambledon, where the boats are. And behind us is Calshot Castle, the big activity centre where the ski slope is and stuff. It's a silhouette at the minute because the sun is still low behind it.
The castle's something to do with one of the Henrys.
Yeah, Henry Cavill off Superman, I think it were.
Yeah,
he
right.
lives there.
Dickhead.
So yesterday, PCR test came, all negative. That's why we're out this morning. Today's Freedom Day.
You couldn't wait, could you? You were like, come on, let's go.
Christmas Day. We don't have a hire car today, so we're going to pretty much retrace the walk we've just done, first off it anyway, and take Betsy for a couple of hours on beach.
Yes.
She's a forager, Betsy, isn't she? Your mum's been out on a couple of dog walks, dogging, and
different thing altogether.
I asked her about the dogging scene yesterday as we drove through possible dogging spots, and she played it down like she didn't even know what it were. Whatever.
I'm surprised she's not got the postcodes on her sat-nav.
I keep saying gay. That's a name. I'm not being derogatory. I have to point that out, maybe if you're a newcomer to the podcast. Gayle. Your mum fetched some off the bush blackberries.
Yeah, she brought some back because she knows Betsy loves them.
Well, Betsy Pearl, who won't eat white toast because it's too weird, necks a blackberry off a bush, and I'm like, that is progress. We're going to do some blackberry picking today, aren't we?
Yeah, she's been saying, when can we go blackberry picking, when can we go? And I'll keep saying, hopefully, what day are we on? I don't even know what day. Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hopefully Wednesday we can, hopefully. So, yes.
She's going to have a great day
She's
today.
going to be so excited when we tell her that she can go blackberry picking, we can go to the beach and find some shells.
And this is Betsy. Every holiday we go on, no matter where it is, city break, Rome, Cyprus, Thailand, we come back with a suitcase of things like pebbles, shells, fag ends. She just collects everything.
She does it wherever she goes. Like normally after a day at school, in her little shirt pocket, there'll be an old paper clip that's been wound open. There'll be a little bit of blue tack. She's a very tactile person.
Yeah. So we've walked parallel to the power station. The security around this power station, by the way, like a bloody...
Looks like a prison, doesn't it?
Like a prison, which always makes me want to bring the drone and get in there. So now we've cut off and we're cutting through the wildlife. We're walking past bushes now that are covered in blackberries.
Yeah, they are.
There are holly trees.
This is a good spot. We'll have to bring her to this bit.
Yeah, it's beautiful. What, you know, the shadows being cast by the bigger bushes to our left. We've nearly done the full loop, actually.
Surrounded by... Stupid joke. I'm not going to say it.
Go on.
I was going to say big bushes and an erection.
You
a
are...
massive erection.
Can you drop that now? I don't mind you doing a new... I don't mind you doing a new double entendre, but just you say big erection on nearly every podcast because we're near a chimney. This is the last time you're saying it. Stupid.
I know, but it's funny. And I know oh, look at these. You can have one.
Right, let's get a picture. Hold your hand up so we can get a picture. We're walking through a really narrow gap between two bushes, and I will. Let's have one, just so I can, because I'm not one for...
Do you want me to take a picture of you?
Off. No. Here we go. I'm eating a live bit. A bit sour.
It's sour?
It's nice, but I'm not used to it.
At least you picked one from high up.
Yeah, that's the rule, isn't it? Anything below waist high, it's got piss on it because of people like you.
Yeah. I think it's more dog piss than my piss.
We did a Jay's virtual pub quiz last night. Introduced your parents to that. See what's happened every day here. Even though we've been isolating, it feels like we've been using a lot of energy somehow. And we get to about 8 o'clock at night, and because there's no AC here, when they shut up shop at your house, they shut the conservatory, they shut the bifold doors behind the conservatory, we sit in the living room, and it gets really...
Well, it sends Betsy to sleep really quickly, which is unheard of.
Well, it's a battle between Leo and Betsy. They both pass out.
Yeah. I guess
Leo does that thing teenagers do. He falls asleep, then instead of thinking, oh, I'll get a good night's sleep, he goes upstairs and has, what's it called? Cyber sex with his girlfriend.
Well, I don't know if that's what he calls it.
Come on. Well, they'll have a new name for it now. Spelunking or something. But anyway.
Bro.
Yeah, spelunking bro. That's what they call cyber sex these days. We try and stay awake, but we don't last a hell of a lot longer.
I want to try and get it into the right timing now. Even though, we've been staying at the house, we've still been getting up mega early before everybody else. And, so we're still, I think, on to buy time.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we should be staying up a little bit later today because first day of freedom, your dad's organised a family barbecue with some of your extended family. Not many of them. 3. We will hardly be able to fall asleep while they're there. Although, I should say this.
They do.
Every time we meet up, every time we come over here, we have one of these nights, whether it's round at one of their houses locally or here. And every time I've got an excuse to not spend time with them, and today I'm going to make a real effort to spend time with them because I'm either...
Toothache? You've had toothache?
Well, I had a terrible toothache that ended up needing root canal when I got back to Dubai. But I was in such agony, I had to go and lay on bed with a pillow on my face. You were holding that pillow down, thanks for that. Yeah, so today they might be surprised that I'm there for more than half an hour. So we're heading to what's like a little troll bridge in a little bit of woods. Can't wait to get Betsy down here.
Tiny little path.
And at the end of it, we have to climb over a stile. Now, as we walk here, Laura's got leggings on. And I'm wearing shorts, and my shins are getting drenched by the dew from the undergrowth. Laura's going over. Hold on, we get a picture of this one. You don't want to, do you?
You can get one.
I don't think that's your best angle.
I don't want to keep showing my face.
Go on and turn the other way. I'll do for the first one. This is me going over a stile. My knees are knackered. It's the drop that always does me in. That bit.
I've never known what this brick bit is.
What, this what?
This brick building here. Thank you.
I can't do the thing. Morning.
Morning.
Just in uphill now. And that little exchange there was with a morning rambler. She had the double sticks. She had a pink outfit on, pink leggings, pink vest top, and pink hair, Laura.
She did.
She was a lady of age.
Well, that's all the rage, isn't it?
Late 50s, maybe early 60s, and she's off doing her...
Now, we've said we would quite like to get into hiking and rambling.
Round here.
Well, when we
move
eventually
on.
move back. But I don't know if I'm a fan of the stick. Because whenever I've tried walking with those sticks, I feel like they slow you down.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to give it a go. And it's a bit like...
I know you, and I know you'll love the sticks. You'll be
No,
like,
but you know, in the same way that when I go cycling, I don't like to look too much like a cyclist because you look like a Terry Triard.
I don't know.
You know, like cyclists who
Yeah,
wear
no,
yellow
exactly.
tops.
I agree.
Oh, you Tour de France or golfers who used to wear the red polo shirt to look like Tiger Woods golf. You know the style.
No, I totally get it. But that's what makes me think you'll want to get it, because you'll want the full kit.
No,
You know, you're not a full kit.
I'm conscious walking in these North Face hiking boots, which are lovely. I think I might have broke a bit on this boat. Oh, I need some
Oh, that's good,
plasters.
because that means you won't need to get some new trainers.
Well, I've held off. I didn't buy any yesterday. They're too expensive. I'm looking and thinking they're dirhams. Oh, 100. That's a good deal. And it's not.
Squids.
Yeah. So we can see Laura's parents now are walking up the side. We're coming up to another stile, actually. One that I took a picture of Laura on. First time she brought me down here. Lovely stuff. Did I get a picture of the troll bridge? I didn't. I've got some anyway from the past. I'll get up, put one up. So that was day 5. And that was the last of what I'm going to call the isolation diaries. Tomorrow's will be called the freedom diaries. And just for a day.
See, I've just gone with travel diaries.
Yeah. Then we're going to move on to the Hampshire diaries and then the Bristol diaries.
I'm so excited about tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Blood Brothers.
Is that tomorrow?
Yes, I'm so excited.
So we're picking the first hire car up tomorrow with double hire card. After being too cautious about the day 5 PCR test to release. Right, Laura's going over there.
This one's got a little stick that never used to be here
Yeah, I need it.
to help the old
Somebody like me has
old
put this
people
up.
like you, yeah.
So Laura's over the top. I'm just getting my leg over. That's how you do it. Don't always have to be an erection joke. It's a very short hop back to the house. So look, we'll say bye now.
Bye.
And yeah, we did the pub quiz last night. So we're back on road. We did the pub quiz last night with your parents. It was good fun.
Yeah, we only beat them by 1 point.
We beat them by a point. There was a dominoes question which we will be using in a quiz in future, which I thought was a great question. I absolutely love doing that walk.
Yeah.
We're stood next to the wall outside your parents' property, which an Amazon driver backed into and knocked over. That's a great... I bet your dad was full on lawsuit mode, getting it built back up.
I don't think... Do you know what? If anything, they can see out a bit better now.
Yeah. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for keeping us company on our first walk of freedom.
Yeah, it's been nice to have a walk. It's been so weird.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
The end.